Hey, good morning again. This is Bob Chu from Stuart and Islamorada Boatworks with another latest launch. This is a beautiful 23 Stuart forward seating model, hardtop model, single 300 Yamaha model. Welcome you aboard. I'll show you how this particular customer wanted his boat built. So here in the bow section of the 23, let's start, and the most obvious item is the 90-inch Garmin Kraken trolling motor. It gives you the ability to raise it and lower it and fish offshore in rough conditions and still keep the trolling motor in the water. It has a lot of other features, a depth finder feature that's available, live scope, I believe they call it. I'm not 100% sure, but this is our first Garmin trolling motor that we've done. So now we're doing Minn Kotas, power poles, and Garmin. So sure, why not? Customer wants it, we'll get it done. Moving aft, big anchor locker, we're all familiar with that. Forward seating component with wraparound storage, removable backrests, very easily removable, stowable. Moving aft to the fish box that you're all familiar with. If you've seen these videos before, I've laid down inside this fish box, insulate it with a diaphragm pump that pumps overboard. Nice deeper freeboard than a lot of 23-foot boats. Great boat for offshore usage in particular. It's got the integrated molded in tow rail that is often faux-teak, but in this case it looks just as stylish in the regular gel-coated deck. Of course, the cooler seat here, this is a cooler on this boat. It can be a secondary Livewell if you want. And we'll move from there to the ubiquitous Stuart Boatworks hardtop. So coming back here towards the stern of the boat, you'll notice the standard windshield on this boat as opposed to the three-sided enclosure 80 gauge, which you see on a lot of our boats. And as we open the side door here, there's a lot going on in here because of the trolling motor. It's a 36-volt trolling motor, and there's two battery standard Group 31 AGM Odyssey batteries when you have a single Yamaha, one start, one house. But in addition to that, we have three more Group 31 AGM Odyssey batteries for the trolling motor, and he has elected to have two battery chargers, one specifically for trolling motors, the other one for the house and start. But having said all that, had he wanted, there's still room for a head in here, and of course the 5'4" headroom, so still got plenty of room for running to the Bahamas, putting luggage and so forth. Now, this boat will be owned by an owner north of Orlando in Florida. He'll use it on both coasts, East Coast, West Coast, and a lot of shallow water usage. Therefore, the trolling motor, and something we'll get to in a while as well. So here on the back side of the console, this particular customer's chosen Helm layout. Super nice. Dual Yeti size cup holders in addition to the standard cup holders. Standard compass. This track here, while it acts as somewhat of a fiddle, it actually is the console cover, which goes to the cockpit sole, umbrella cover covering everything in the helm. He went with two 12-inch Simrads, Geo Audio head, external speaker for the VHF, which he as a recreational boater is not on a regular basis. The 5-inch CL5 standard Yamaha gauge. Autopilot. So Yamaha autopilot, yeah, why not? For those days or those trips in the summer and the spring when he does run to the Bahamas and back, autopilot's a great thing to have. So yeah, that's the integrated Yamaha autopilot. Lenco trim tab switch with indicators, Lenco binnacle control, power button, start and stop, kill switch. Yes, single engine joystick. So there's a lot of YouTube videos you could go to see what the capabilities of this are. It won't necessarily go directly port to starboard unless there's a current that it's struggling against. It does have some of that effect, but it has stay point, drift point, and fish point as well. So it's kind of neat. We've never done one on a single before. Moving to the helm itself, Edson satin wheel. We love these, make kind of an old school look like the rest of the boat. Little switch here. That's for the magic that's on the back, that again, for his shallow water usage, he chose to have an Atlas jack plate on this boat. So the controls for the jack plate are here. Kind of neat. Scan strut phone charger. Our C-Zone digital switching panel, which is now vertical as opposed to a square, and black, backlit. It's nice. And that's on all of our boats now, this particular panel. And then of course, moving to the aft side, it's kind of hard for you to see from that angle, but again, we talk about this all the time. Our boats are wired as well or better than anybody in the industry, and we're proud of it. And door lifts out easily. This is a stowage spot for simple stuff, fire extinguishers, whatever you choose to put there, flares and so forth. So from the console, we move to the leaning post Livewell. This is the Birdsall version that we've used for years. Storage below here. Folding footrest. This gentleman wanted one, but we have subsequently, over the years, gone to 2 individual footrests, but he chose the one. Of course, tackle stations, tilled out tackle stations, two trays on each side, 4 rod holders, 2 cup holders, grab rail, and access to the 40-gallon circular Livewell. Super nice, very common for us, and it's a great application if you're going to live bait fish. So in the aft cockpit here, when you go with the 40-gallon leaning post Livewell, this area becomes a little challenged for having a stern seat. So we developed a better solution, jump seats. These jump seats are built as essentially exactly like the stern seat, but in a smaller version, in both corners aft. Flip down the leg as you saw. You can pull the pins, remove it, just like our stern seat can be done. Otherwise, if you put the leg up, drop it down, you still have room underneath for your feet, along with the removable backrest that goes into a rod holder. This actually makes a pretty convenient spot for, landing and fighting a bigger fish. It's pretty cool. If you don't want it there, pull those pins, put it down below, take this, put it down below as well. Now you have 3 rod holders across the back. It's a great solution. He also has saltwater washdown, freshwater washdown on hose bars. The speakers, which I didn't talk about forward, but you're used to seeing the JO audio. And the other beauty is the access to the bilge. How many 23-foot boats feel this big when you get in them, and yet have this kind of access to the bilge? A dirty bilge, but nonetheless, great bilge access, all the pumps you can touch, see, and yeah, it's a major feature of all of our boats. Then moving aft, with a single engine application, this boat's available twin 150s or a single 300. Yamaha has a new 350, and this boat is rated to 350, so you could opt for that. Integrated steering, white Yamaha's pretty much become the normal in almost all of our boats. As I mentioned earlier, Atlas jack plate, just to allow him to go in those super shallow areas on the West Coast. Boat runs excellent with a hard top, plenty of fuel, maybe nearly full. 1 person on board this boat gets real close to 50 miles an hour. But way more importantly than that is at 3,500 RPMs, the boat's running 25 miles an hour. At 4,500 RPMs this morning, the boat was running 30 miles an hour, which is, just a beautiful, it's the rated cruising RPMs for the motor. And many days in a 23-foot boat, even as great as our boat rides, 30 miles an hour is maybe the quickest you could travel comfortably. So, integrated swim platform, ladder on the stern, recessed Lenco trim tabs. It's everything you know of if you've been following our channel for any period of time. And we built this exactly the way this customer wanted his boat, and that's what we do every time. So I appreciate you watching this video. We love this boat. Cool Atlantic blue gel coat, hull side, same on the underside of the hardtop. It's just, if you want a 23-foot boat that you've evolved to wanting to choose exactly what you want, we're the people that can achieve that for you. And best of all, the best ride on the water. So when you get a chance, give us a call. Stuart Boat Works, Stuart, Florida. And I thank you for watching.